This avian colossus roamed the forests, standing over 2 meters tall at the shoulder, and with the ability to reach heights of 3 meters when extending its neck.
There has been an insane amount of discoveries all around the earth that still remain a mystery. Some of these scary discoveries can't even be rationalized or explained by science. So that just goes to show you that Earth is still a bizarre and crazy world to live in. Well, how's it going, YouTube? I'm your host for this one, Landon Dowlatsingh, and welcome back to another most amazing top 10 video. So before we get into this, I just want to let you guys know of our brand new channel, Beyond the Screen. I'm super excited for it. Make sure you guys click over here and become one of the first subscribers. This is going to be the next biggest thing. And of course, you guys are seeing me wear something new. I got my own custom chain. If you guys want one, you guys can click down in the links down below. You guys can get your hands on your own most amazing merch. Alright, so enough of all that. Let's jump right into this list. Jump right into what you guys clicked for. This is the top 10 scariest discoveries found on Earth. A 300-year-old child mummy starts this list off in at number 10. The body of a child that died 300 years ago apparently opened up her eyes in a video. Let's take a look. But it's pretty creepy, I must warn you. Her body has been preserved in wax, and people in this village treat her as a Catholic saint. The video was taken on December 12, 2012 by a tourist who couldn't believe his eyes. Some pessimistic people believe that this video is a hoax, while others think that paranormal activities is responsible for her eyes opening. Either way, I think it's kind of creepy to have a little girl who was murdered, preserved in wax for hundreds of years, and have her displayed in a church. I think she should be able to rest in peace. Rolling into number 9, we have the Bosnian sphere. This mysterious sphere was discovered in a forest near a Bosnian town, and people believe that this rock could be the oldest stone sphere that was made by humans. The ball has a radius between 4 and 5 feet, and it has an extremely high iron content. One scientist believes that this sphere proves that there was an advanced lost civilization that dates back more than 1500 years ago. He also believes that this region used to have a lot more of these spheres, but they were ruined because people thought that there was gold hidden inside. Either way, the discovery of this sphere means that there could have been an ancient civilization that we have no written records for. And it also shows us that they were highly advanced and had the technology to create something like this before humans ever walked the earth. Biting into number 8, we have Venetian vampires. Back in 2006, the skeleton of a woman from the 16th century with a brick in her mouth was discovered in Venice. Historians believe that the remains might have belonged to someone who was accused of being a vampire, and this might have been the first vampire burial known in archaeology. Back in the day, people believed that vampires were behind the spread of plagues, such as the Black Death, so they were heavily feared. Gravediggers would sometimes come across corpses that were bloated, their hair still growing, or blood seeping from their mouths. So they believed that they were still alive, and that's why they would perform a vampire exorcism and then bury them with bricks in their mouth. It's kind of disturbing to see what we used to do in the past, and I wonder what future generations are going to say about us. Pits of severed hands brings us to number 7. A team of archaeologists have dug up the skeletons of 16 human hands that were buried in 4 separate pits in Egypt. Oh, and all of them were the right hands, no lefties. Most of the hands were actually really large. Apparently soldiers would present a cut off right hand of an enemy in exchange for gold, and they also use this as a way to count how many victims that they have killed. This ritual also was significant because they believed that by cutting off an enemy's right hand, you are taking away their strength and power. For me, if they cut off my right hand, that'd be a big mistake because I would still have strength and power because I'm left-handed. So, The Mount Owen Moa claw brings us to number 6. This insanely large claw was discovered in the caves of Mount Owen located in New Zealand. Archaeologists were really surprised when they found this claw because it was extremely preserved. The flesh and muscles were still attached to it. When they took this massive claw back to be examined, it was later concluded that it belonged to the moa bird, which was a wingless bird that disappeared from Earth 2,000 years ago. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how big this claw is? It looks big enough to pick up a grown man.
This avian colossus roamed the forests, standing over 2 meters tall at the shoulder, and with the ability to reach heights of 3 meters when extending its neck.
The moa was a heavy bird that measured up to 12 feet in height, and it weighed nearly 250 kilograms. They went extinct because of excessive hunting by humans. If you want to see this ginormous claw in person, you can actually do that at the Natural History Museum in New Zealand. Moving on to number 5, we have a massive finger. Okay, no seriously, take a look at this thing. This is huge! This is a huge mummified human looking finger that measures in at 38 centimeters in length. How long are my fingers? Like, well, probably like 5 centimeters. This thing is way bigger than my fingers. Many people believed that this was a hoax, but upon further research and examination, scientists have given it a certificate of authenticity and X-ray images. Researchers from Egypt believed that this huge finger belonged to a creature that was over 5 meters in height. The owner of the finger was apparently a grave robber that found this thing while searching through a tomb in Egypt. Well, hopefully this creature isn't still out there roaming the earth looking for its next victim. Nazca lions makes an appearance in at number 4. The Nazca lions are famous worldwide that can be found in the southern desert region of Peru.
Pilots began reporting mysterious and spectacular signs etched in the desert floor. After several decades of dead-end theories and talk of UFOs, the Nazca lines remained an enigma.
These lines are massive drawings in the soil, and they're known as geoglyphs. These designs were carved sometime around 1 to 700 AD, and some of them are up to 1200 feet, and there are over 300 of them. The designs are all very different. Some of them are spirals, or they're more intricate ones that are shaped like animals or flowers. They are best seen from above, like in a plane or satellite. The Nazca lines were designed as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1994, but their origins still remain a massive mystery today. Some archaeologists believe that they're used as some sort of astronomy related purpose. Some believe that they were used in some sort of ritual, and there are some people who believe that aliens are behind the Nazca lines. But no one knows anything for certain. MOHENJO lands into number 3 on our list. This archaeological site is considered to be one of the best examples of ancient alien contact. Ancient astronauts theorists claim that thousands of years ago, advanced alien civilization visited Earth, and they set off a lot of nuclear bombs in order to destroy this city. The ruins of the city were discovered in 1922, and they were able to see hundreds of skeletons scattered around the city as if some horrible event had just taken place. These bodies were some of the most radioactive ones ever found, and it is believed that this ancient city in Pakistan was destroyed in an instant by an incredible explosion that could have only been by some sort of atomic bomb, which is super strange considering that the city was built in 2600 BC. Floating into number 2, we have alien skulls. Residents in a small Mexican village of Onaves, they made a shocking discovery while they were trying to build an irrigation canal. They found deformed skulls that were wrapped into strange looking alien heads in a 1,000-year-old cemetery. There were 25 human burials, and 13 of them had these strange looking alien heads. They thought that these corpses belonged to an unknown species. Their skulls were elongated, pointy at the back, and their teeth were mutilated. When people came in to investigate this discovery, it was later concluded that these skulls belonged to humans, but their heads were mutilated in some sort of ancient ritual. And now at number 1, things get really creepy with GRAUBALLE man. The corpse looks like he was taken from a horror movie. He was discovered in a bog located in Denmark back in 1952. Experts believe that his throat has been slit, and his remains were dumped in a bog sometime in the 3rd century BC, which is over 2,000 years ago. They also believe that he was some part of ritualistic human sacrifice. The GRAUBALLE man is considered to be one of the best discoveries in Denmark prehistory. Because his body is exceptionally preserved, they were even able to take the man's fingerprints, and that's because his body was in really good condition. Well, there you guys have it. You've made it to the end of this video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next most amazing top 10 video.